So I want to give credit to Smooth Media, the YouTube channel Smooth Media. This is where I found this clip. Hillary Clinton, now I don't know if she was given some sort of commencement address or if she was given some sort of honorary degree or whatever, but she was at Queen's University in Belfast, and she was wearing the traditional garb, walking in looking like a Harry Potter character, with a child carrying the back of her robe, which makes it somehow extra creepy. So she's walking to Queen's University Belfast, and she was heckled and called a war criminal. Watch this. So somebody was saying, shame on you to the university. You heard somebody screaming war criminal repeatedly at her. You couldn't really get a good look at it there, but Hillary's face was a bit shocked. As per usual, I enjoy this very much. And the reason I enjoy this is because people like Hillary Clinton, also Dick Cheney, George W. Bush, they have gotten away with it. They've gotten away with it. These are people who voted for and pushed the illegal and offensive Iraq war, which killed a minimum 200,000 innocent civilians, led to torture, led to an illegal occupation, led to colossal military-industrial complex profits. They are cretinists, and they are criminals. And so there's no accountability for them within the system. Remember, Obama famously said, we look forward, we don't look backwards. And that's in regards to both Wall Street crimes with the 2008 subprime mortgage crisis and Great Recession, and in regards to war crimes. And those were perpetrated by George W. Bush, Dick Cheney, Donald Rumsfeld. I do think that anybody who really voted for the Iraq War, including Hillary Clinton, I think they're also war criminals. They do have blood on their hands. And by the way, there was also a middle path. This is interesting. I've told the story before, but there was actually a middle path on the Iraq War that people could have taken. And it was a vote that said, we're against the war, but if the UN approves the war legally and it's not against international law, well, then I'll be for it. Now, the UN did not approve the war, but we did it anyway. But if you took that middle path and said, we're going to leave it in the hands of the UN and we have to follow international law, we'll only vote for it if they approve it. I'm only okay with it if they approve it. If you took that middle path, then ultimately you would have been against the war. I don't think anybody took that middle path. Maybe a few people, and I don't know who they are, but Hillary Clinton certainly didn't. She voted for it. So, yeah, you are a war criminal. And then, of course, as Secretary of State, you have Libya happened under her watch and a bunch of other things. So, she is a war criminal. I would love it if Dick Cheney and George W. Bush and Hillary Clinton and the likes of them couldn't go anywhere without hearing this the rest of their lives. That's what I want. It's the least you can ask for and the least you can hope for, given that there's no official responsibility for anything they've ever done. And, credit to Mike Preisner, who, of course, is a veteran who's deeply anti-war, an activist now against war, Abby Martin's husband. He went after George W. Bush during his rehabilitation tour in L.A. in a room full of elite yuppies, and credit to him for that. We covered that recently as well. Credit to these hecklers. And I want that bubble to be burst for these people. You're not loved. You're despised. You are quintessential elites, U.S. elites, who have taken no responsibility for your actions. And you've caused so much pain and suffering around the world. And now, when you step outside of that bubble, I mean, there was talk about, I don't know how true this is. Maybe this is just a rumor. I don't know. You guys tell me. But there was talk about how, Dick Cheney and others were afraid to leave the U.S. because they were afraid of being arrested in other countries because of their crimes against humanity and their war crimes. I don't know if that's true. I hope it is true. But certainly Hillary Clinton here is getting the very least of what she deserves. And credit to all those hecklers. Keep it up. I want all these people heckled and called war criminals in public because they are that. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.